It's Bueller and Dodge. We got a special guest today. Going to be a good time. We got the Karate Hottie, Michelle Waterson, former Invicta atomweight champion, 12-4, making her long-awaited UFC debut this Sunday, July 12th, at the Tough 21 finale. You are facing Angela Magana on Fox Sports 1. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm more than ready.
How long have you been waiting for this moment to be fighting in the UFC?
You know, when I first started my MMA career, it was a dream of mine. Of course, at that time, Dana White was very sure that women would never be in his show.
Right.
Thanks to Ronda Rousey, we got to squeeze our way in there. So, yes, it's a dream come true. I feel like everything's kind of come full circle, and I'm ready to go.
Now, you used to fight at atomweight, which is 105 pounds, and now you're going into 115 pounds. How are you preparing for that weight difference?
You know, after my last fight, my husband and I just kind of sat down and talked about what I wanted to do with my career, and, you know, I guess go big or go home, and we decided to make the jump to straw weight, and I spent a little bit more time with strength and conditioning, trying to put some muscle on. But the truth is, I feel like skill trumps size, and I worked a lot on my technique and a lot on my ability to be better technical, and I think that's going to give me the upper hand.
Now, tell me this. You were at 105. You were the atomweight champion, and then you decided to make this jump up to strawweight at 115, a 10-pound difference. So are you eating anything that you were not able to eat before when you were at atomweight, like ice cream or whatever?
Definitely. I'm still eating good because I want to be able to fill my body with good stuff, but definitely if I want a little bit of blue cheese on my salad or if I want to eat ranch and just lemon juice, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, because I'm sure when you were like the atomweight champion, you're at 105 and you're like, I got to maintain this weight. Every time you go down to the supermarket, like the candy aisle is just staring at you, taunting you, right?
Oh, it's the worst thing in the world. I think the last 2 weeks of my camp, I just spend on Pinterest looking at different foods.
Now, obviously, you haven't fought in the UFC quite yet. You did fight very well in Invicta. Now, they don't have you ranked because you haven't fought in the UFC. Where do you think you rank in the top in the 15 there?
I definitely think after this fight I'll be in the top 10. And within the next 2 fights, I'll be in the top 3.
Within the next 2 fights, it's funny you bring that up because Jessica Panay, someone you've fought before and beat, she's ranked at number 3. And she's saying that her loss to you was a fluke and she wants a rematch. Where do you think, if you fight her again, your confidence in that obviously would be high. So if you were to fight her, where do you think it'd be ranked? I
can fight Jessica a million times and the result would be the same. I think that I feel like Jessica is a sore sport, and I kind of take that as like disrespectful, you know, because I feel like when you fight somebody in the cage, the two of you leave it all in there, and for her to discredit my ability is disrespectful. So whatever.
So
we can fight. It's not a big deal.
Do you welcome that rematch?
Of course. Like I said, I feel like it'll be the same result.
So would she be somebody you'd be calling out in the cage when they ask you after your win, who do you want to fight next? Or do you have bigger...
I've never been one to fight people. So it's just what they give me, you know. The UFC is a different animal, and I'm just kind of taking it in one step at a time.
Because Chael Sonnen recently did a podcast where he said that when people say whoever Dana wants me to fight next is the worst thing you can say, he's saying that more people should be calling out fighters. That's why I'd ask. If there's somebody particular you'd be calling out, like Jessica. Yeah,
the only problem is, I love Chael. I think he's a great entertainer. But the only problem is I'm just not the type of person to call somebody out and then have to eat my words like Chael does all the time.
Brutal. Maybe you should call out Chael. So we had one of our sponsors, former sponsors, Americana, had some kick-ass shirts for you before they closed up shop. How'd that come about?
You know, Americana, they're great. They're super supporters, and I think that they really are passionate about women's MMA, and they see, you know, how passionate we are about the sport. They just want to get our names out there, and they want us they want to see us succeed. And so I just think that they just are very supportive and have been very supportive of my career. So very fortunate to have them in my corner.
Did you have a favorite shirt that they put out for you?
You know, I like the cartoon Karate Hottie shirt that they put out. It's pretty catchy. All my friends seem to like it.
How many do you have?
How many shirts do you have? I have tons.
Like, do you have like one for every day of the week?
I could probably wear one of Americana shirt every day of the week, definitely. For 2 weeks. Different.
Do you feel weird walking around? Do you feel weird walking around with a cartoon version of yourself on your own shirt, though?
It is quite weird, but the other version is a little bit more realistic, so that's probably a little bit more weird because it's like me walking around with like a selfie. Like, look at me.
I think I would do this. I think I would totally walk around sporting a selfie on my shirt. I think this should be a thing.
Like insurtception?
Yeah. Shirt inception. I like it. That's awesome.
So I know you trail for American Ninja Warrior, correct?
Uh-huh.
And I watched it, and you didn't quite make it past the first obstacle. But also, recently we saw UFC fighter Felice Herrig do the exact same thing with the exact same result. What is it about that competition that makes it so hard?
Oh man, it's like I said, you really have to prepare for that show. These guys that are training for the American Ninja Warrior, it's their full-time job, just like it's a full-time job for us to be fighters. These guys train, 2-3 times a day, and what's nerve-wracking about it is they don't give you a chance to do the course. It's just a one-shot thing. And you're out there, and the only warm-up thing you have is a little tiny trampoline and a pull-up bar. And I just think that the nerves get to you, and you really have to be focused and trained and ready to go.
So do you think that an overweight, out-of-shape DJ like myself could do it?
Definitely. Just give yourself a year to train.
Just a year to train, and that's it.
Just 1 year.
All right, we got one more question for you real quick before we let you go. Since it's our first time talking to you, we get to ask you our world-famous who would win in a fight question. Dodge, go for it, man.
All right, Michelle. Who is going to win in a fight? A bear with machine guns for hands and feet, or a pterodactyl that poops chainsaws?
I'm going to say the bear because we can keep him at a distance.
You can get him at a distance?
Yeah.
Michelle, the Karate Hottie, Waterson is Team Bear. We keep tallies on this. We actually have tallies on who's Team Bear and Team Pterodactyl, so we're putting you down for Team Bear.
Team Bear. Team Bear all the way.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time today. We are really looking forward to your UFC debut. It's happening this Sunday, July 12th, at the Ultimate Fighter finale, Ultimate Fighter 21. You are facing Angela Magana on Fox Sports 1. I'm assuming this starts typical time, our time, Dodge?
Yes.
So 5 o'clock prelim, 7 o'clock main event?
Correct.
All right. On Fox Sports 1. Hey, Michelle, we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.